Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the AGL Trunks and my unit and getting a good look at just how good they are in DBZ Dokkan Battle after their EZA with level 10 links and 100% in the hidden potential system, otherwise known as Rainbow. And these guys are pretty good. They lower attack and defense, they greatly raise attack and defense one turn on their super attack, but then they become a bit conditional. So these guys are one of those units where their lowest low is but their highest high is whoa. So they have that kind of up and down effect depending on what events they're in, etc. Decent starting point, 150% attack and defense, 30% damage reduction if all allies are super class, future saga units, which is pretty good. They gain more attack and defense if they are facing future saga category enemies. They gain guaranteed crits and huge attack if they're facing a Zamasu enemy. They gain more buffs if they have a Super Saiyan God SS character in their team. They have an active skill which does huge damage, stuns and seals the opposition. And in terms of links, they mainly prioritize on Cold Judgment, Brainiacs, Solid Sport, Fierce Battle, and Prepared for Battle and Dismal Future. Now, the thing with these guys, we're going to look at them in this event here, and you're going to see in this event, facing a non-Future Saga enemy with a team that has no Super Saiyan God SS character, with no chance for facing a Zamasu, they do okay numbers. 2.9 million, 200 and some odd change defense, solid stuff. Nothing crazy, just an okay unit with 30% damage reduction. So not bad. Remember, I don't see a point in running them on a team that's not future. Maybe an AGL team, like an all AGL team. But yeah, I don't see a point in running them on a non-future team. Basically doesn't really make sense to me. But yeah, you want that 30% damage reduction. It's something you definitely need, and it makes them, just elevates them from, because they're a stat stick unit. They're a unit that, not that they don't do anything else, because their Mafuba active skill is actually really, really good, but they're mainly a stat stick unit. They're the kind of unit that's got decent defense, got decent attack, got decent damage reduction. They're like the jack of all trades when it comes to performance. Attack stats, especially against Zamasu based enemies, pretty huge. Defensive stats against future enemies with Super Saiyan God SS in their team, really good. So they're one of those kind of units. Getting a Super Saiyan God SS character in their team, not hard. You've got the AGL allow Goku and Vegeta. You've got the Int Trunks and Vegeta, both of which are very viable choices. There are a couple others, but I think those are the standout ones. So that's not a major problem for them. Facing a Zamasu, not a major problem for them. There's the Zamasu Red Zone. There's quite a few red zones that have Zamasu in them now. There's the Mortal Will event, and you don't need the Zamasu. The Zamasu elevates their attack stat from like a very solid, cool 6 or so million to 8.9 million, which is ridiculous. In terms of build, depends. If you're going to solely focus on trying to optimize them for their absolute zenith, then you're going to probably want to go for additionals because of the fact that they'll have those guaranteed crits. However, you want to have a bit of crit, because these guys can still hit decent attack stats even against non-Zamasu characters. Like I said, we're looking at 6.9 million, 6-ish million, and you don't really want to miss out on crits on those chunky attack stats just because you're waiting to optimize yourself against the Zamasu enemy. Overall, these guys are good. They elevate the Strength Trunks in my, they elevate the Int Trunks in my, the Int my. They are a solid unit. 500 and some odd change defense, 30% flat damage reduction on that, greatly raising attack and defense after that super. They can definitely be the kind of unit that allows you to accommodate Int my a little bit more as a second slot unit more than a floater. So it allows you to kind of run a Int my or a Strength Trunks my rotation and services them a lot, because these guys, although maybe not necessarily a first slot tank in the truest sense of the word, are definitely tanky enough to not let you down in that position, and will, barring a couple events, will be okay to get you, to facilitate the strength Trunks Mai or the Int Mai that you're going to run in the second slot. Alternatively, run them as a floater, with their link set. Prioritizing them if you're not going to link them up with Trunks and Mai isn't really the biggest thing. So maybe consider then running them as a floater. Great floating unit, with that damage reduction, with that solid attack stat, with those solid defensive stats, and the fact that they'll greatly raise defense. Definitely can be super duper solid. But yeah, I like them a lot. I think although they are a bit more situational, I think within those situations they're a lot of fun. So that's kind of my consensus on them. You want to live and die by them in their best situations. I'm not going to bring them to an event where they're not going to bring out some of their best abilities. So I don't see the point in taking them to events where they're not going to shine, or building the team where they're not going to work. It just doesn't feel right to me. But yeah, overall I think they're really, really good. I like them a lot. I think they're a very solid unit overall, and I think they did the EZA well. Keeping them niche is good because they can be very strong. It's not every day you have general banner units that hit 9 million and have 600k defense off the super with 30% damage reduction and an active skill. By the way, the active skill is an absolute nightmare. It is a literal, tactical nuke at certain points as well. So yeah, definitely a very good unit, even if it is sacrificing their defense. But that's it for me. Bye.